Curtis Adams, also known as Uncle Adams on YouTube, is an interesting enigma that has existed on the YouTube space. He made these videos where he was trying to motivate people to get out of depression and become better people and really just accomplish your dreams.
I'm Uncle Adams, and I'm a motivational rapper, speaker, role model, and counter-bully, among other things. That's the short version. I want you to pretend that this glass cylinder is your brain. And I want you to pretend that these ping pong balls are bad thoughts inside of your brain. Brain space with good thoughts what happens? You push the bad thoughts out. There's one left. Get out of there.
He himself lives by that philosophy. Unfortunately, he lives in this land of delusion where he thinks he's this all-time great rapper who's gonna make it big someday, and those dreams just never really come to fruition. He even starts to make these videos that are trying to inspire people. Come on, we can all do it together.
Around and go back. But persistent people face the roadblock, find a way around it, and continue going on and on and on and on. So really, success is the sum of overcoming all of these failures and staying persistent.
The problem with inspirational videos is you typically have to be a prominent figure, famous or successful, in order to get some sort of accolades, have people be intrigued and want to actually hear what you have to say. And Uncle Adams has never really accomplished any of that. But he is extremely arrogant. He is an egoist and loves to reflect and see how great his dreams and his future life will be.
I don't mean to be arrogant when I say that, but when you listen to my songs, you know that I'm a polished rapper. I fine-tune it. I have the syllables. I got that wordplay. And that comes from years and years and years and years of doing this. I rhyme things that other people are like, how did he even rhyme that? Because if you just say those words, they don't go together.
All that being said, let's check out some of his songs, which include a parody of his most popular song, potentially the one that you're most familiar with, Original, and a diss track that he made that was basically crucifying parents for buying too many presents on Christmas.
Hey, if you're watching Sway, this is my audition. I want to be on your show. My name is Uncle Adams. Shout out to the original creators of this song. Let's go. I'm not actually on Sway till after this plays. Know the universe works in miraculous ways. I'm not a know-it-all, I'm full of curiosity. I'm fascinated by the stars and the luminosity. The original. Let's place it in your rectum. Let's place it in your rectum. Place it in your rectum. We're kissing under the mistletoe. Lurking in the distance was this vision of a wicked ghost. He came to teach them both what their lives missed the most. Beneath the tree, presents stacked half as high, the tree was tall. Believing in the reasoning that their children need them all. No donation for the Salvation Army ball at the mall, but Santa brought every gift on the list, including dolls.
There are some other odd little trinkets here and there about Uncle Adams, including the fact that once he transitioned into becoming a motivational rapper, he started to do these tours at different schools. And he'd say bullying is bad, rapping about being happy is dope. And somehow that really rustled some feathers in the Regina public school system. I guess they wanted him to change some of his lyrics and he refused to. So he's basically been banned from ever performing at a grade school or a high school in the local area there. Really unfortunate. That's probably the first time I've heard of somebody being banned that wasn't for an inappropriate reason, per se.
I have some schools in Regina that are asking me to come to their schools, but unfortunately the school board, the Regina Public School Board, and I aren't quite seeing eye to eye, so they're denying me access into these schools, unfortunately. So they kind of want me to change some stuff in my presentation, and I'm not really willing to do that. So my message to the kids would be stronger, be yourself,
Say what you want to say no matter what, and do not change just because somebody else wants you to change.
And because of these little trinkets here and there, he will do these interviews on radio shows. And this is the only time I ever really hear him get any clout, get any recognition. He always talks about how he has this big fan base of people who are so interested in hearing what he has to say. But in my experience, I've only really seen it in a few comments on his channel here and there, and random, I don't know what radio station this is. That's the whole thing. He thinks he has this conglomerate of giant fans waiting, just arm to arm, trying to break inside the arena in order to get there first to listen to him. But the actuality is that that doesn't really exist.
I've never seen you do that to rap music before.
No.
Oh,
No, this Uncle Adams,
yeah.
he's really got to me, man.
Do you know what? Have we got any like albums of his at all come through?
Not that I know.
Oh, okay, we'll have to work on that because
Yeah.
I honestly, I do. I'm really enjoying what we're playing.
Now, we've talked about him and his music, and we've listened to some of his delicious bangers. I think it's important to hear what, in his words, his inspirations are in terms of rapping.
I am in the music industry, so if I want to talk about another rapper, or if I want to talk about popular events that are going on, or controversial things that are happening, I'm free to do that. Number 5 is not an individual rapper, but a hip-hop group. I got to give it to the entire group in my 5th position, and that is the Hilltop Hoods from Australia. Shout out to them. And I have to give my number 4 spot to Rakim. So number 3 has to go to the legendary Tupac Shakur. The number 2 position on my top 5 is the legendary Marshall Mathers, Eminem. And my favorite rapper, number 1 on my top 5 list, is definitely Jay-Z.
He gives his top 5 list. It's whatever. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's great, but it's fine. It's fine. I just want you to see them so that you can have them stick in the back of your head and be like, does this music really sound like Jay-Z or Eminem? Does it really sound like them? That's something you can ponder as you listen to some of this stuff. And before we get started, I just want to leave this inspirational interview that he probably paid somebody to do with him that talks about what he wants to accomplish in this rap game.
The goal is to make it in the music industry, but a lot of people say that. So how do you know when you've made it in the music industry? That's a question that needs to be answered. So that's why I have set definite targets. $1 million in the music industry, earning it as an artist, and attaining 1 million monthly Spotify listeners. Those are both definite targets.
By far the most interesting series of videos that Uncle Adams has ever done is the at least a million mission. ALAM for short. It's basically this saga where he's going to release a music video by the same name that is going to propel him into stardom. So he wants to make all these vlogs about his financial struggles and other aspects about making it big in the rap game, release them so that other people can be inspired and, I don't know, reach superstardom with him. So I want to go episode by episode. He has recently privated deleted all of his episodes, so we only have re-uploads. I don't have all of them, but a lot of them. I have the first 12, which are the most important ones, and we're gonna get into it. So in episode 1, he talks about how he has almost $200,000 in debt.
I gotta be honest, the numbers are not looking good for me. So what I mean by that is I just checked all the money that I owe. And I'll be honest, I owe $164,000 right now.
He is planning on quitting his job, or has already quit his job, in order to make more music.
I chose to quit my job and go all out after my dream a few years ago. And I created as many music videos as I could independently. I produced as much music as I could
independently, and that's about 15 music videos that I have on YouTube, 45 songs, 3 albums. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of what I did. But the income coming in just has not been enough yet to take care of the debts.
Have more time for music videos, and hey, you know, I understand the struggle. There's plenty of people out there that maybe they're starting to do something. Maybe they start an Etsy shop, they're making Cyrax figurines, they're starting to get some money off of it, and they're like, maybe should I quit my job, should I not, I don't know. But most people have at least some income coming in before they just decide to go balls deep into it. So you'll start to understand that he just makes these crazy rash decisions without anything actually flushing out. It's really funny. He also says that he had sold his house and he's planning on selling his car.
By the way, I've already sold my house for this, okay? I bet a lot of people watching this are like, wow, this guy, I can't believe this guy, you know. But I did. I sold my house and I used the equity to put into the music career. I sell my car, and I'm going to use that money to get back in the studio, and I'm going to use some of that money to pay a few bills, keep the creditors off of my back, and I'm going to produce the at least $1 million music video. Call these the rap game loans, I guess.
So prior to this dream of becoming this famous rapper, it seems like he had his life kind of set into place. He was a heavy machinist operator at different factories, and he had his own car, he had his own house, and we're throwing all that shit into the garbage, bye-bye, just to reach our dreams. And it's kind of sad, but you'll kind of see he's kind of a dickhead a lot of the time. He comes off as this guy that you think is hip and cool and looking out for you, but I honestly think he's just looking out for his own self-interest, and he loves the idea of being famous, being recognized by people. And he just feels at the current moment that he's an underdog, but he knows that his dreams, they're gonna come to real life, baby.
So the odds are stacked against me. I really feel like an underdog, but I will have my dream. I will not be denied. The rational mind says, don't keep going. You're in too deep. You're not earning enough. You got bills to pay. You got rent to pay. And the money isn't there. But my heart says, keep going. You're supposed to do this. You're the one. You're meant to do this. You're meant to show other people that they can do it too in whatever field they choose to do it in. And the ones that push through that testing period are the ones that make it. And I'm going to keep pushing through this. I've already made the decision in my mind that I'm doing this or dying in the process.
You can't hold him down for much longer. But he starts going through, he claims he has 10 to a dozen different bill forms of different loans and credit cards he's taken out. And we'll get into more specifics with it a little bit later, but he is one of the worst people I think I've ever seen with money.
Big bills. This one's 1,100 American, that's like 1,500 Canadian. This one's 150. This one's 105. This is just 3 of them. I probably have 10 of these that I get every month, plus rent, plus bills, utilities, stuff like that.
It's really embarrassing. It's like almost Chris Chan levels where you're just buying shit or doing shit without even thinking for a second of the repercussions that might be coming from that. And it's embarrassing because he's 31 at the time that these are being filmed. He's closer to 40 today. So it's not a good look. It's certainly not a good look. But because he thinks he's so great, he's so accomplished, you've heard his music, it's delicious, it's excellent. He's going to be #1 on the Apple Tune charts pretty soon. That this will only take about 10 episodes in order for him to accomplish his dreams. And let's see if that works out.
We'll see how many episodes it takes, however many it takes. I'm guessing it'll take around 10. And when I'm a big star, they're going to watch this video and say, wow, he actually did that. He actually talked about doing that. Now he did it. This is crazy. What can I do in my life? That's what I want.
In episode 2, we start to see his true personality come out because he truly thinks that he is more successful than you or I will ever be in our own personal dreams, and that he just grinds so hard.
$1,400 in my bank account. That doesn't even cover one bill that I have. I have one bill on a credit card that is $1,500 alone, plus there's all these other bills. I used to think like this. I used to work a regular job and just think, oh, I could never do that. I could never be famous, oh, you know. But now I'm like, hell no, I will be famous. I will do whatever it takes. And this is just another step in that process. Because I feel like I am an underdog, man. There's a lot of people that think I'm just a joke. Maybe they've watched like one of my videos or something and they're like, is this guy serious, man? Like, but they don't know me, like that I actually work at this every single day, that I'm more passionate and dedicated to my craft than they are to theirs. That's pretty much a guarantee.
The issue is he grinds so hard, allegedly, on something that he's not good at. You can only polish turd into a more shiny turd so much. If there's not actually skill built in, you're not really going to get anywhere. But he assures us that it's not a joke and that he is great. He's excellent. And that this is just more than a dream because he loves wasting his time at the studio.
So it's like I've had two careers. I did it once, but it wasn't quite the right way. I basically quit. I started again when I was 26, and now I'm 31, and look at all I've done in those few years. If this was just a dream, I would be working a day job dreaming about it. But it's more than a dream. I'm taking action towards this. That's why I'm going to the studio when I have no money.
Therefore, he's on that grind. He's really on that Jinx grind. Non-stop uploads, non-stop making records in the studio. And the thing is, if you really even look at a lot of underground artists in the past 10 years, where are they making music? They're making music in their closet. They're making music in a shed. They're making music in their bedroom. They're doing anything that they can in order to get their sound out there because true skills will prevail. People will find it and they'll be like, hey, that's pretty good. The problem is when you don't have skill and you spend a lot of money to try and make it better and get better production and whatever, it's not going to come through as well. And it's going to come off extremely corny, like what he is making in the sound booth right now.
Land of the living skies. I've lived up here my whole life, so it's home to me. He's a modest guy. He probably doesn't like me tooting his horn that much, but he's one of the best producers, I would say. Definitely in Saskatchewan, probably in Canada. We're here at Nebulous Entertainment. How are you doing today, bro?
Doing great.
Doing awesome?
Yeah, I'm excited about today.
We're gonna have a nice session.
Yeah.
4-hour session. I kind of told them on the way here. I was filming in the car. I said we're gonna clean up 3 tracks that I did before, and we're gonna record 1 new one today.
Good.
So we're gonna kick butt like we always do, man. Me and Jared have fun.
Yeah.
Levels are good. Vibes are good. Feeling good. It's all good. Here we go again. I'm really going in. I'm a cannonball, knocking down bowling pins. Jared says I'm bad for business because I come prepared. But we love it. We get along great. We have fun. Button pushing, as I call it. Hey, Jared?
Yeah.
Important stuff.
The unfortunate aspect of this entire episode is that he never actually released this song, right? We hear him make it, and he never actually released it. So about a couple years ago, he comes back and he says, hey, I'm gonna do a reaction to this. And it's basically just him sucking himself off for 20 minutes where he's saying, actually, you know, this song's pretty good. This song's not half bad. I kind of like what's going on.
Reacting to the unreleased song in episode 2 of the At Least a Million mission called Mad World. Sounds good. Levels are good. Vibes are good. Feeling good. It's all good. Here we go again. I'm really going in. I'm a cannonball knocking down bowling pins. I bring the facts to you quicker than a soda fizz. From an 88-story drop overhead. It's not bad. It's not bad so far. I think it's the other verses that I didn't like, and that's why I didn't release it. But let's carry on. It's some decent bars.
And he also leaves in this little brief moment where he's just like, man, I'm on that grind. I just woke up, guys. You know, it's hard being me. It's hard making all this excellent content for you guys. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you comment. Make sure you suck me off in the comments, please. That would be an Uncle Adam's guarantee.
Just woke up, by the way, but I said, you know what? I'm doing another video today. So hit the like button if you're with me, man.
The last part is that he just mimes along to the hook of the song, acting like it's catchy and interesting. I can guarantee you, outside of people clowning on him and listening to parodies of certain things of his songs, none of his beats are overly catchy and none of his lyrics are memorable at all. So I don't think you're going to be too far-fetched to say this is going to be forgettable.
The song has an interesting hook. Let's check it.
World really isn't that bad. No, most hearts aren't frozen and cold. If you feel like you're down and out, get up, get out and off the couch.
So we learn in episode 3 that his ultimate goal, or his initial goal, I guess, is to reach $1 million in the bank and 1 million listeners on Spotify.
1 million monthly Spotify listeners for starters. And that will happen. So let it be documented. For the record, today it's at 18,000.
Can you guys take a guess right now if either of those were accomplished? I guess we'll have to wait till the end to see. He also mentions that he has a silent investor on his team that has invested at least $70,000 into him.
It's like I owe $1,100 by September 11th, which was yesterday. And that's American, so it's more like $1,400. Here's another bill, 118. Here's another bill. I have a silent investor who believes in me and my dream, who I'm very thankful for, but they will remain anonymous at this time, but you know who you are, and I appreciate you very much. That silent investor has $71,000 invested into me. The difference between failure and making it essentially is the refusal to quit.
My assumption is that this is a family member, and that's why he doesn't want to release it. I can't know for certain. It never gets leaked at any point. My guess would be, yeah, his dad is actually paying his bills, and that's what's actually going down. There's not some mystical mogul, because if there was somebody that was this wealthy in the music industry, you'd think they'd find a way in order to get him more accolades, you know, get him on a fucking billboard somewhere. Unfortunately, that's not what actually came through. He also mentions that he hasn't sold his car yet.
Just checking in. Unfortunately, nobody bought the car today. I went out and I spent pretty much my last $200 on props.
He's still looking to figure out how to do that, but he's already bought shit for the music video that he's going to make for this, so he doesn't have money to pay for a bunch of other shit, so he's kind of screwing himself. Episode 4 is where it starts to get really juicy, because we see him buying shit from like Best Buys or Targets and taking out a store credit card.
Very clear. I don't want my fans and kids watching this thinking, oh, Uncle Adams is maxing out his credit cards, you know, like it's the cool thing to do, and I don't want to see you go do that, max out a bunch of cards just for doing it, for the sake of doing it. A couple of power drills, a couple of 23-inch computer monitors from Best Buy, and a couple of pill speakers. We are going to sell this stuff, get some money, and produce the At Least a Million music video this weekend, because like I say, I got $30 in my account, but we got lots of stuff we can sell here, which is good.
And the cards that he mentions are the ones that you can only exclusively buy stuff in the store. It's not like a universal Visa card that gives you like 5% back at BP or something. It's a card dedicated to the store and the store alone. So he's buying a bunch of the shit so that he can go and sell it for cash on like Facebook or Craigslist or wherever else he's trying to sell it, so that he can take that cash and go and get studio time or pay for his editor or pay for props for his music shit, or to get a haircut.
Yesterday was a pretty tough day financially. I had to sell one of the monitors. I had to sell one of the monitors yesterday just so that I could get a haircut.
Now, the issue with this initially is I don't know the terms and service. I don't know what's going on in Saskatchewan. I don't know if there's certain laws or regulations there. But I have heard some things that there might be potential fraud issues with this, because I know a similar comparison are people that take their food stamps to buy like Coca-Cola cans at the store, and they pour them out and they sell them at a refinery, a metal refinery or a junkyard, and they get some cash back so they can go buy meth. You know, that's the type of the equation. They try and prevent those type of things from occurring. So I don't know. I just thought it would be worthwhile to bring it out. He mentions that the car still isn't sold.
Still haven't sold the car yet. I keep lowering the price and reposting it. I'm confident that it will sell.
And at the end of the video, he says that he doesn't have enough money to pay his videographer for his A-Lamb music video, yet he's still planning on doing it anyway. So fuck his friend, I guess, you know. Sorry, buddy, you don't know I don't have the money, but you're going to still come here and do it anyway. Just kind of a dick move.
I don't have the money to pay my video guy yet, but luckily I don't pay him until the project's done. So we're just going to proceed as normal. I know that by the time I need to pay him, I will have found a way to do it.
Episode 5, we get the magnum opus, baby. This is what the whole series is meant for. We get to see some behind-the-scenes clips of him just doing random shit.
Okay.
Are you filming this out? Mm-hmm. Action? Hey guys, what's going on? Just hang on, I can't.
Yeah, I'm still setting up too. I'm still getting in the...
Here's just a series of random clips from his song that is just really cringe and embarrassing.
Yes, yes, we'll show them who the best is. We're the freshest in the building. Quick pit stop, got us looking tip top. Now we're feeling like at least $1 million. You can feel like $1 million. The freshest in the building. Quick pit stop, down by potions.
And it's shocking to think that this guy thought that this was going to propel him and make him a gajillion dollars. Is the song better than some of the other songs? Maybe. Is the production better? Maybe. But it's hard to see that this was going to be, yep, I'm going to be right next to Rihanna and Eminem on the top 100. This is definitely going to get me up there. This is going to get me a tons of subs and everything. It's all I ever wanted. Unfortunately, dreams don't always come true. Episode 6 starts off with him at a pawn shop trying to sell a bunch of the shit that he had bought previously.
I'm outside of the pawn shop right now. Today's been a tough day. Tough day. We had to scrape together money for groceries. Had like $46 and used it all and tried to get points to, you know, make the money go a little further. So that's why I'm at the pawn shop, because I'm going to go in there. I brought one of the Sawzalls, one monitor, and one drill set. I'm going to see what they'll give me. I don't want to give this stuff away, but I need some money. I need to get gas. I need to wash this car because it's been a muddy day, so that the person who looks at it tonight hopefully buys it.
And he refuses to sell it because they're basically lowballing him, which isn't a surprise. I don't know how you can honestly expect you're going to buy something for $200 and sell it for $200, because why wouldn't the buyer just go to Best Buy and buy it for $200 and not from some shady rapist online? Seems a bit odd. And people just won't believe that he was going to be in debt at one point, but now he's a superstar.
And keep going, man. At least $1 million's in the editing phase. We're going to shock the world, man. People aren't going to believe this. People aren't going to believe that I went from being in massive debt to being financially free and a superstar just because my mind wanted me to become that. You know what I mean?
Visions this dream, this future, that people are going to be like, wow, Uncle Adams, you were bad.